technically your first win as head coach. How does it feel?
Um, it feels good. It feels really good. The guys really fought tonight. Um, a big part of what we're trying to do here is develop this identity, this culture that we keep using the word. And learning how to win games is part of figuring out who we are, and it's a skill at this level. And we did some things that could have cost us to win at the end of the game tonight. So obviously we can learn from that, and the fact we still got that win feels really good. But there's a lot to clean up. I was real proud of the way they accepted the challenge in the second half. We held them to 18 points in the fourth quarter. I think they had 22 transition points in the first half. We held them to two in the second half. That was one of our keys that we obviously didn't pay attention to in the first half that we locked in on in the second half. We knocked down free throws. So real proud that they stuck with it. Jordan Clarkson. I mean, the guy played 6 minutes in the first half. And everything we're trying to preach right now is it's not about individuals. It's about us as a team. And he was phenomenal. He didn't pout. He didn't complain. When he got his minutes in the second half, he was probably the best player on the floor for us. So a lot of positives about that win tonight. Who? The team? Us? Our offense? I don't know. I don't know. I keep stressing defense, but our offense is definitely looking better than our defense. But honestly, I think, uh, we put an emphasis on sharing the ball, just hitting the next open guy and not standing. And I know it sounds basic, but I think it's something that is hard to buy in because if one guy is not doing it, then you don't want to give the ball up because you might not get it back. But as soon as multiple people can start buying in and the ball can move side to side, you're going to get good shots. And we had a lot of good shots that we took that we missed tonight. So, I'm going to continue to encourage them to take their open shots. I told Larry right now he had an open three that he passed up that I thought he should have taken it, honestly. But I think the reason the offense is clicking right now is because their willingness to share the ball. To me, it's normally it's mostly effort. I mean, I know that you got to have your brain locked in too and follow the game plans. But we went smaller. Meta came in. I thought even though he picked up a couple fouls that we didn't want him to pick up. So I think sometimes Meta forgets that the new NBA is a lot different than the NBA he grew up playing in. And what he was doing was fair play when he came in the league. But today's game, that's a foul. So he picked up a couple fouls. But what I really liked is he kind of helped set that tone. Like that was when we were starting to pick it up defensively. He's guarding one of the top 5, 10 players in the league, and he's trying to pick him up full court. And James is really good, but I think that motivates the rest of the guys. And then we come in and stay with a small lineup. And from that point on, I was really happy with the effort that we gave on defense and the execution for it for the most part.
How often do you expect Brandon to be bringing the ball up like that?
I mean, at least for now, every game at some point. I think I think it helps engage him in the game. He's a great basketball player. And he has a great feel for the game, and obviously he'll be able to get that feel. The more comfortable he becomes at this level, playing the wing and coming off pin downs and all that. But when you're handling the ball, even if you're not shooting, just making passes, it's a great way to force you into the game. And he's constantly making plays, and he was great for us. I don't know what his final numbers were, but he was switching defensively. We had him on Harden. He had a big opportunity to go one-on-one again. I mean, that's got to be pretty cool for him. And the more opportunities he gets like that, I think the quicker he'll adapt to this level.
In other words, that's something you do to get him comfortable
Well, we'll see how it goes. I mean, originally we did it in the preseason to see how to try to get him more involved. And the first game we did it, I think he had 21 points and was all over the court. So from that point on, it's not only to get him more involved, but he's also really good at it. The point guard in the NBA is like, it's like being a quarterback in the NFL. You have to know the offense inside out. You got to be able to direct people depending on what's the game plan is, and he doesn't have that yet at this level. But when he's running the point for us, I think he's a much better player on both ends of the court.
Do you like him to be more aggressive? I mean, he's shooting in the rhythm of the offense. But would you like him to be a little more aggressive?
No, to me, being aggressive is doing what he's been doing, and that's shooting when you're open, but getting in the lane, playmaking, not turning down shots defensively, taking the challenge of guarding the other team's best player, switching on to bigger players. That's being aggressive. I don't think he needs to be out there jacking up shots, aggressive. I think he knows what's a good shot and what's not, and as long as he's taking good shots, he can. The more he gets, I'm fine with him taking. If that's 20, 25, that's fine. If he only gets 5, 7 good shots, then that's fine too. The confidence and belief they can do it. It's funny when you're on a winning team, you find ways to win. I mean, you can play a terrible game and you will find a way to win at the end. And when you're on a losing team, you'll play great all game and you'll find a way to lose. It's just the way it is in this league. I've been on both sides of that as a player. And for us right now, I think it's important that we really learn how to close games out and we become confident and comfortable in closing games out. And obviously, I think tonight it's a baby step. It's one game, but it's still a step in the right direction of where we're trying to be.
What things would you like to give them with the rotation tonight? You're about to go on a trip now. How are you still piecing all that together and what worked well?
I have no idea. I got to watch the tape. I think we played like 12 guys, and how many can you suit up? 13. And I was telling Thomas Robinson didn't play. I was telling B. Shaw on the bench. I was like, find me a way to get Thomas in. I want Tom, and not because I wanted to play all 13, but because I wanted his energy out there in that type of game and the switching, and that's what he can dominate. So B. Shaw failed with that, but we had a lot of different lineups going. JC got 2 early fouls, and it was, a team like Houston, you just can't stick to traditional stuff. I thought Mozgov was our best player in the first quarter, and he, how many minutes did he finish with? 22, and he was all over the place for us. He kind of kept us around early, but the game went away from that. So, I'll go back, watch the film, and kind of have a better understanding of what lineups looked good and what ones were struggling.
Encouraging to you though, that even with that, some of the chaos of the lineups and trying to get guys in, everybody played a certain role no matter where they were.
Yeah, that's what I want. That's what I want. I want the guys knowing it's, whether it's you playing 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 28 minutes, we all have a role on this team. And the ultimate goal is for our team to succeed. And it's going to be different nights. It's going to be different people. But stay ready, stay supportive of the guys that are playing. And I thought tonight was a great example of that.
Take 2 more, guys. Given the team is in first place, are you going to send a message of encouragement maybe to Steve Kerr not to get together?
No, I'm not. Steve's just fine. Steve's going to be just fine. Well, that's where he earned his starting spot for tonight's game. He's been great. I think I even saw him dive for a loose ball. I had to watch the tape. It might have been someone else, but I think it was Nick. He had a block shot from the weak side. James Harden obviously finished with 34 and 17, but that's what stars at this level do. All you can do is try to make it tough on them. That's it. And the fact that he's been given such phenomenal effort on defense is, give the kid a lot of credit for that. I told him after the game I was I was going to have to stop calling him a defensive player because now he can't shoot the ball anymore. He went 2 for 9 from threes, had a bunch of open looks he missed. So I'll have to kind of mix up the praise that I give him. But yeah, a lot of credit to Nick for coming in and earning the starting spot for opening night through defense.
Thanks, guys.